We are here at the Wind Whistle Campground, which is if you turn off of on 191 onto the Needles Overlook Road. This campsite is 6 miles, and there's a second campsite at 25 miles as you go up to the Overlook. But we've got some nice little spot here. Some rocks. We got some trees around us for shade. We got a little screen tent we put up by the kitchen. The next spot is way over there. And because of drainage, there's nothing here beside us either. So it's kind of private. Now there's a trail back here. So I'll go find it. I found it. Yeah, I'm tired just from hiking to the beginning of the nature trail. Well, let's go check it out. They have like a group campsite here. You gotta walk through it to get to the nature trail. Looks like the trail goes this way. That must be the return. It goes in a big circle, I do know that. It probably just circles this whole arena. Purple flowers. Red Rock, Utah. Known for the Red Rock. And it says this here bush is the Fremont barberry. It's named for General John Fremont, 1813 to 1890. He was an engineer and a soldier. The fruit is edible and the holly-like leaves display reddish colors throughout the winter. The stem and roots make yellow dye. It's playing right here. And let's see what we got here. This here's the pinyon pine. There's lots of these down here. Pinyon pine makes a fragrant, pitchy firewood. Small pine cones produce tasty pinyon nuts or pine nuts, often gathered by Native Americans, but coveted by all. Big old cave overhang. Now this sandstone is called Entrada, no S, just Entrada sandstone. It's a Jurassic age rock, back when the dinosaurs were running around in the Jurassic. And it is present throughout the Colorado Plateau. It is red and tan and white in colors, and are frequently photographed in Arches National Park, which is where you've seen most of it. The streaks that adorn the walls are known as desert varnish, which is iron and manganese oxide, which is like the black stuff up there, the streaks. But the Indians would carve pictures into that. And sometimes you can find petroglyphs. Let's keep walking around and see what we find. The trail goes this way. She's also looking at people climbed up there. And there's probably a flat ledge right up there. You can get behind that rock. Be able to sleep up there and stay dry. People's been going up there a lot too. I can see the tracks. I'm not going to do that today. Okay, this here is the Utah juniper. This tree. It's a fragrant fuel source and used for long-lasting fence posts. The berries are a food source for small animals and birds and were eaten by Native Americans. These are the berries. And they're purple and they're kind of hard. I'm not sure if I would want to eat one of them. Ooh, that just fell off. That one, the purple ones must be ripe. It's hard though. I don't have my teeth in. I don't have my teeth in. I can't eat nothing hard. Slick rock. Look how blue that sky is. And the sun's right over there. So we're gonna have mashed potatoes, which all you need is water. The Golden Delicious mashed potatoes in the packet. You just add water. And then I got these cans of roast beef and gravy that come from Brazil, and they're wonderful. The beef inside these things is wonderful. So you can't go wrong. I tried them before we came because I bought 12 cans of it. You don't have to refrigerate it. And it's good beef. And you get a lot of beef in the can. So, oh, I didn't know I was going to have to go up some hills like this. Ooh, I don't even see. Oh, I see where the trail goes. Good. I thought I was going to have to go up there. It turns. Oh, no, wait. It turns this way. Never mind. It don't go that way. It goes this way. I think. Yeah, that looks pretty messed up going that way. So, this looks easier. Rocks way in the distance. The Wild West. All right, what's the other? Here's the trail. Can't get lost. I'm in an amphitheater. I'm boxed in. Okay, this here, this little plant right here is the single leaf ash. It has only one leaflet per leaf, unlike most ash trees that have 3 to 7. It's moderately important food source for wildlife. Tough wood was used for wooden handles for axes and tools and things. So it's got a tough. Oh yeah, that's hard. That wood is hard. I don't think I could break that, even though it's small. That is hard wood. Now let's move on. Okay. I think we're supposed to fall right through there, maybe. This thing here is the mountain mahogany. It's very hard, very heavy wood, which will sink in water when green. Most animals with hooves browse for this plant because it has a very sweet taste. Okay, stop, follow the edge. Look at this old tree here. Every once in a while you gotta cough the COVID out. This place. It's almost a cave up there. Maybe a future arch right there. Arch is National Park at the end of the road. It's natural. And then we passed Wilson Arch on the way. The one they named after me. Okay, serviceberry. This thing grows everywhere. Out west, I've seen lots of these. It produces dense clusters of fragrant white blossoms in the spring, and in the fall the fruit is used for jams and pies and wine. So many Native Americans use the fruit to make pemmican. See a rock like that, that's something you would recognize. That's where you would hide your gold way years ago. You would go up there because you'd recognize it and be able to find it again. Damn it, and I figured out where Forrest Finn's gold was, and I was about to go get it when this other dickhead found it. In Wyoming. Right where I've said, I haven't said, but I did put out a video now exactly where it was. And it was in Wyoming. They've confirmed that it was in Wyoming, just like I said. If you watch my video about it, you'll see. I explain and show you exactly what the poem means. I wish the guy that found it would put out a little bit more information to confirm it, because I went to get there once and I hit some swamps and I didn't want to cross it. I was afraid there'd be deep spots. I was within a mile of it, but I guess he went to the same spot for 25 days looking for it, and until he found it. So I was only going to be there the one day, and I was only going to have about 2 hours, but I had a pretty good idea about where it was. And when he mentioned in his blog, the guy that found it, he had a picture of it, and it was pulled it out of its little nook. That pretty well sounds like where I thought it was, just from the sounds of it. Okay, here's a big oak tree with lots of leaves on it. It's usually found in dense thickets. As mature shrubs and low trees. The acorns are ground into a meal and used in mush, soup, bread, and pancakes by the Native Americans. And the deer like them. That rock. Okay, Here's both the ponderosa pine and the Douglas fir. At the base of the cliff is a rare sight. The ponderosa pine and the Douglas fern growing in the desert. The microclimate created in the shade from this cliff is what has allowed them to grow here, along with abundant moisture and slow melting snow and rain, has allowed these ice age trees to survive here. So that's a little bit unusual. This one don't look like it's doing so good, but it's alive, I guess. This big rock here. See all these little green spots, gray spots, yellow spots. I see some blue spots. Just about every color there is. They're all what they call a lichen. There's more than 3,500 types of lichens. They're a partnership between fungus and algae. They can convert carbon dioxide into oxygen and absorb pollution from the air. Crustose lichens are the type that grows on rocks. So, oh, this one's even kind of furry looking down here. This big old gray one. This thing right there. Better cactus. That's what this is. This is cactus here. This is a prickly pear. They occur throughout the United States, but are most prominent in the desert. The fruits and the pads of certain varieties are eaten by animals, and they have been historically eaten by Native Americans. Native Americans learned to just throw these in the fire and burn the little pricks off, and then you can eat what's left. That way you don't get stuck. Whoa. Oh man, the campground's way over yonder. This trail's bigger than I thought it was. I thought, well, how big is it going to be? Look where the water's coming through here. Look at that. Water's right down through that channel. That's pretty cool. Huh. That's pretty neat. Can't see our camper, we're tucked down a little hole. I'm done pretty good today. This is my second hike. Decent sized hikes too. I haven't really had to stop on this one. Look at this old tree. It's burnt. Oh, I got hit by lightning. And on the side of it too. Okay. Looks like we're almost back now. I'm going to show you this little bit of grass here. It's called blue grama. It's good for wild animals, deer and whatnot. Here's the one over here. We've seen some deer coming in there. This is the stuff they come up here to look for. Now, these little bushes like this, you see just everywhere. They're everywhere. That's what gives the smell when you come out west. You smell sage, like sausage. It's the sagebrush. They actually smell like sage. I wish I could do smell-o-vision for you. If you take these leaves and crush them, it really smells like more than sausage. It's eaten by deer and cattle and sheep, and it was used by Native Americans as fuel and as a medicine. So we're almost back because I can see campers. And we were basically just hiking. We went around the edge, and now we're hiking back, cutting across. And right here's a couple different kind of cactus. Oh, here's the ones we just talked about a minute ago. But this little round one here, this is different. That's a Whipple's fish hook. It usually has pink, white, or yellow blossoms. The fruit is a source of food for desert bighorns and ground squirrels. It's the only one I've seen. Oh, there's two. Actually, there's two. There's one right there. They got two of them side by side. Okay, now I want to talk about this dirt. See this dirt? It's sticking up in little tiny columns. You know, like ants made at it or something. It's not ants. This is made of bacteria, algae, lichen fungi, and mosses. They form a crust that stabilizes the soil. It forms a crust that stabilizes the soil and makes it corrosion resistant. It's an important dust inhibitor in the wind-blown desert. So you're not supposed to you're supposed to stay on the trail because this stuff takes hundreds of years to build up, and then you walk on it and crush it and kill it. Just walking over where the water comes down through here, and then it goes over the waterfall if it was raining. It goes on down and out. Now here's this, it's actually a bush, but it's kind of grassy looking. This, see what we get in here without crushing it. You know, this stuff here. That's called Mormon tea. The early pioneers and the Navajo Indians made a hot drink from the stems of this. And burning the top, the green part that I just touched, makes the cough medicine. The seeds can be roasted, ground up, and eaten. It would have been tough living out here. You would have had to learn how to scavenge whatever you can. And these things right here are yucca plants. They're kind of small, but they were used to make rope and mats and sandals and baskets and cloth. You can also eat the buds and the flowers and the pulpy fruits. The roots are still gathered by some of the Indian tribes around here to make soap and shampoo. See this circle, this grass is growing in a circle. This is very similar to a fairy ring out east, which I've got some other videos on with the mushrooms. It starts out as a clump of grass, just like over here, and it starts growing outward. It uses up all the nutrients in the center, so it just grows outward and it grows in a circle. Most of them don't get this big. Like here's another one. You can see half of it here in a circle. Most of them a lot of them are like that around here. This is a pretty big one. It's all in one piece, and it's still getting bigger. And now we're back in the group campground, and I'm almost back to where we're at. So we'll catch you tomorrow.